I feel like if my family was a TV show, it would be that Kevin Can Fuck Himself show. Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's a it's with Annie Murphy, the girl from Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
It's a show about her and her husband living in the Massachusetts suburbs.
Ooh.
And when Kevin's on screen and Kevin's having a good time, it's a sitcom with a laugh
Oh.
track and like bright coloring and everything. And then the second the wife whose name I'm blanking on is alone, it turns into like a drama. Like the aspect ratio changes, the color grading changes,
Wait,
the
that's kind
camera
of
it's shot
cool
on
though.
changes. And
That's sick.
it's a really season one was very well done. I can't comment on season two
Okay.
because when my mom and I went to go watch it, we somehow fucked up so badly that we watched the series finale first.
No.
And my mom was like, I don't care enough to like watch season two
Oh
now
my
because I know
God.
everything. And I've just never gotten back around to like
That's
watching season two.
actually so upsetting.
But season one was fantastic. And it's like really well done
I
with
take
the
10 years to watch TV shows. I probably said something here 5 million times. Um, but I'll have to add it. At least, honestly, if it's a shorter one, I'll get through it because
yeah,
I can commit to like a one, two, three season after we get to five, and it takes me
it is a two
a
season
long
show.
time. But I can do that.
If
That's so funny
anyone's
that that's your consider like that's where
yeah.
you're like, that's
I
what my
just
life would be
well,
like as
I
a
just think
TV
it's
show.
funny because I think that like so this comes off the trails of tales of what?
Both no tails,
This comes
yeah.
off the tails of me explaining to Brianna how my day went and like half of it being like or like how my week was rather with
It's just
half of being really
chaotic.
funny sitcom and half of it being
Yeah.
like full on mental breakdown. And I
All
just
right, so
think
yeah,
that
it
that
definitely
would
does
be
fit.
yeah.
And now that you say
Yeah.
that, yeah, very much like categorize like one, two.
Like
Yeah,
we're
okay.
gonna take out
Smart.
like the murder idealization and like all the drug usage and everything and like all the
But the
like
drama
but
part,
the drama part, like just like the
yes.
aspect ratio type of vibe.
I get it. I see the vision. I see it.
Yeah. Um, what's going on with Luke and the
Is
Devils?
Tulane retiring soon?
What book is that?
Did you see the new Kraken jersey?
Three-peat?
Was that the goal of the year?
16 million?
Who's gonna win the Norris
The Isles are
Trophy?
having fun again?
Did you read the new Elsie Silver
Will
novel?
the Sabres ever make the
Can anyone
playoffs?
beat Ovi's
Give me
record?
a new book rec.
Who got
Will
traded?
Matthews bounce
Can
back?
Tampa get back on top?
This is Read Between the Blue Lines,
A hockey podcast.
where our brains are filled with endless stat lines
Rosters.
and a list of books to read,
Tune in every Monday for a deep dive in the game we love.
and the books we can't shut up about. Welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy.
You know what I thought about the other day, actually, that you said that? It's just so silly because like I'm sure people know our names, but like because we have an intro now, like we haven't said like it's Ken's or Bree
Oh yeah, you're
all
right.
season. I was
Oh,
like,
so for
I don't know
anyone
if they
who's
know.
new,
I was gonna say, I was like, do they
shit.
know who we are? Like,
Um, that's I'm Mackenzie. I curse. I'm mean. That's Bree. She's
I'm over
nice. She
here.
doesn't curse.
Sorry.
Are
I
you?
do
I do cuss a
sometimes.
little.
Yeah, a very small bit, but not. Ken's was like, "Are you okay?" It's like, well, yeah, but I'm not on the same level at all. But it's okay when it comes to like cursing. I probably
Oh.
could, but also I feel like if I were to do it like that, you'd be like, "Girl, who are you?" I got
Oh
body
no, it's
swapped.
you guys, it's funny because whenever Brianna does curse, it's a literal like, oh my God.
I remember one time Ken started going to an Islanders game last year, and I think it was like a Sabrina song came on. She goes, "Did you just say that word?" I
Yeah.
was like, "Yes."
Because I think it said bitch, and I was like,
Yeah, and I'm like, "Yeah,
did you say
obviously. What
bitch?
do you
And
mean?"
you're like, I'm singing along to a song. I need to put
I
on
am.
one of the Taylor Swift ones that says fuck and see if you'll
Yeah,
sing it.
yeah, I will.
Good. We'll put on Betty.
I just like feel like I have to either be like really mad or like really, really upset,
Yeah,
like
you don't
stressed out.
you use cursing the way that it's probably intended to be used, and I use it as like a little seasoning to my everyday
But I love
vernacular.
that.
So,
That's what makes it like you.
yeah.
I can't. I love it.
Um,
Anyway, hi. I feel like I just thought about the other day. I was like, we have not said our names
which we do have a lot of new people, so we
in
probably should have at some
so
point.
long. But yeah, Ken's and Brie.
Whoopsie
Read between the blue
daisies.
lines. Hey guys.
Hey, besties. Um, I'm gonna mention this now before I forget. If you don't know, we have a website. It's readbetweensports.com. It'll be linked in the show notes. Also on that
Hmm.
website, you can find Read Between Posts, which is a mail club that we're starting. And at this point, you can sign up for January's mail club. But I just think it's really cute, and I think we're both intentionally trying to make the move to like physical media and anti-AI and
Hmm.
like digital detoxes, all of the, key buzzwords that TikTok
Yeah.
feeds us all the time. But like I think that it's a fun little thing. And also we have like a PO box so you guys could like respond to us, which would be cool.
Do it.
But if you
Again,
want
I say it all the time. If you like a little surprise showing up at your
in the
house
mail,
or wherever, and you don't know it's gonna arrive, this is
yeah,
for you. This is it.
twill be fun.
Yeah.
I started hypothesizing, not like
Brainstorming.
theorizing, brainstorming
Yeah.
for
Hypothesizing.
January
She became
today.
a scientist.
Yeah. That's what the career crisis I'm having is. I'm gonna become a mad scientist, actually.
I feel like you could pull off being in STEM.
I could. I was really good at it.
You
And that's
could. That's what I
like
mean. I'm
I was
not. Like
a
I will fully admit it.
I was a math and English person to everyone's
Wow.
confusion.
I was gonna say that's not how that goes ever.
I hated social studies because I felt like it was because okay, I had this issue in law school. Um, I have a really hard time realizing that things are real
Okay, valid.
when being taught them. So, and I also don't know if it was just like a way of like keeping my brain safe during law school because like criminal law is really difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
But I was like, these are all fake. Like none of this is actually
This didn't happen.
happening. This is all made up. And I think that like the same thing with history class was I was like, yeah, I can memorize like what you're telling me, but
Like the concept of it, but not like actually
yeah. But also
the
there
idea
was
of it.
like I feel like there was nothing to be done with history. It was just straight
It
memorization.
was.
Whereas with English, there was like analysis, and I know that you had like DBQs and stuff, and like, what did
Yeah.
this
Oh my God,
propaganda
that's like
mean?
unlocked a memory. I forgot about those.
But I just feel like I liked the English analysis so much more, and then the same thing applied to math, where I was like, I feel like I'm applying things, whereas
Yeah,
with
you're actually
science, it's
doing something.
more, at least like the way that I was doing science, but like more memorization because we didn't have a lot of labs.
Ooh, okay. That would
Um,
make sense.
but I almost got a bachelor's of science when I went for my psych degree because I wanted to take more STEM classes.
True. That falls into it, yeah.
Um, but then I was like done with my BA and they're like, you're gonna have to stay for another like 2 or 3 years to do the
Like,
BS because of
never
the
mind.
way that the schedule. And I was like,
Yeah.
you can be done with the
No, no.
BA, thanks.
No, no. Thank you very much. I'm gonna take
No,
that and go.
I took linear algebra for fun. Like, and if anyone
I
knows
love
about
that.
math, that's not a class you take for fun.
No.
Um, I
It's
was
not
good at
a
math. I was
leisurely
good at
class.
English.
I love it.
So like I could be an Allie Hazelwood type.
As I'm saying, I feel like you could fit it. It makes sense. In my head it makes sense.
Have we not had, wait, hold on. Have we not had the discussion of when I was applying to college at like 16 years old, I was looking at like bioengineering.
No, I think we have.
Okay. I was like, you know
I
that that
want to
was like what I was
say,
applying
yeah.
to school for, right?
No, but I know the way you just said that, and I was like, yeah, wait. In my head,
Yeah.
yes, I think we did. Yes, we did. Which again, absolutely insane.
The school I
Could
really
never
wanted to
be
go
me.
to was RPI because they had a music program that had just started and a really good engineering program. And I was like, great, I can double major in music and engineering.
Yeah,
Not music engineering, guys. Music and engineering.
for you.
It's
You
fine.
froze. You good?
Yeah.
Can you see me? Okay, we're good.
Yeah. You're good.
Um,
Um, so
corresponding
uh
ums.
um where do
We
you want to
can roll the
start?
intro.
I'm gonna roll the intro when
Or
I
oh,
said
okay.
welcome back to Nate the Hoof.
When I
God,
was like, wait a sec.
we're so far gone.
Listen,
Um
trying to check all the boxes to make sure we got it all. We're good. We're getting there.
where do we want to start?
Um, girl. Hold on.
Your connection is unstable. That's great. I'm unstable.
Ken's,
Can you
come
work?
back to me.
I can
Can you
hear
come
you.
back
Can
to
you
me?
hear me,
Hold
Brianna?
on. I just heard you, but you're still frozen.
Here, just turn the video off because it's not like we're gonna
Hold
use
on.
it anyway.
Pause. Hold on.
Brianna.
Pause, pause, pause. We're back.
So, where do we
Okay.
want to start? Because so many things have happened in the last 72 hours.
Yeah, my heart's racing right now.
Okay, take a deep breath because
I feel like there's an obvious.
there
Well,
is an obvious one, but
yeah.
damn it. Okay, fuck the Canes because part of what I wanted to talk about
Oh,
was
what
how
happened?
well the Islanders are doing right now and the fact that they were top of
Oh,
the East. Um, but Carolina has one
for
more
like,
point than them right
I
now.
know, 2 hours last night. I was so mad.
So that's insane. The
Very much.
Islanders have
Very
half of
much.
their roster severely injured and were called a team that had no depth early in the season.
It's Morty.
Okay.
Hold. I
We're never
can't.
getting through
What
this
is going on?
podcast,
Let's go.
guys.
Come on. I don't have time for this. I'll lift you up.
Morty, 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 Morty,
Here, you can say
Morty,
hi really, really, really
Morty.
fast. Really, really fast.
Hi, Morty. Hi. Hi, baby.
Okay, go sleep. My God. No, go to sleep. I'll pet you when I'm done. Please. Wait. I have a feeling he's gonna like stare
Wait.
at me this whole time.
That's fine.
Anyway.
That's your Morty content, everyone.
Yeah, hi.
Um,
I'll give you some more, but there he is.
what was I say? Oh, like
Top of the East.
no depth. The injuries are gonna kill them. No
They said
defense, yada yada
psych,
yada. And so I want to say through okay, the game the other day they won in regulation and they outshot their opponent. But before that, like it was over a month because it was the first game in November against Columbus that
yeah,
where they outshot in regulation and won. Every other game they had won through the month of November, with the exception of the shootout against Seattle, they were outshot by their opponent and they won.
which is wild.
They did not win when outshooting an opponent, which is insane.
Yeah, that's
So their
usually the opposite of how that
yeah.
works.
So their
In
defense
many
on it.
cases.
Goaltending on
Yeah,
it. Forward production and depth scoring is actually doing pretty well right now considering Horvat is out, Palmieri is out. So
yeah.
just like an interesting little tidbit
Stringing
there.
it together. The
Yep.
Metro, I feel like, is so odd because
Yep.
I feel like every day, like the Devils, I'm so sorry. It fell off a little, which is fine. They'll come back, but like I feel like since then it's been so flip-floppy with everybody moving around
Hmm.
and the like points separating the entire division is like so slim. It's hard to even like
Well,
process.
so with the Metro, it's a 10-point spread. The Atlantic,
Which
it's a 9-point spread.
as I say, it seems like a lot, but really is not. Let me introduce you
Whereas
to Central over here.
whereas the Central is
I was
25
gonna say it's got to be over 20.
and the Pacific is 14.
I was gonna say 15, but yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know. Maybe I actually am not good at
No, you're
math.
fine. I know the point is there.
It is 14. I was like, wait, I'm second guessing myself. But so then even
No,
within
you're
the
fine.
conference, the Eastern is 42 to 30. That's a 12-point
That's
spread.
what I'm saying.
Within the Western, it's 53 to 27. What?
That's
What?
actually wild. When you say like here you're like the drop off is just crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
That's yeah. Very much
Yepers.
sums up. That's yeah.
So I just like I'm proud of the Islanders for doing well, and I think that there is something to be said for like having good vibes with your team and like
Defying the odds, as they say.
I think that also
A little.
every single time. Can you hear me?
What? Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
you.
I thought you said hello again. I was like,
No, I
no.
said a little, sorry.
I
We're
think
good.
that there's something like I go into the Islanders locker room, I talk to them, I like get to hear from Wah like every day. Um, it is really refreshing even when they lose to hear like accountability being taken and understanding like it's a loss, we move on, we do better next time. I know I froze again. I can hear you laughing.
What?
Hello?
Mackenzie froze again. You're frozen.
I know.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No?
Yes.
Like,
We've never had this many technical fucking difficulties in a podcast before. I don't know, but there was a ghost Brianna talking to me.
are you sure it wasn't me?
Yes, it was playing. The meeting was ended. It was you were in this meeting. This meeting hadn't started yet, and it was playing like the recording, I guess. But it was like, oh yeah,
What?
I was like,
That's so
what?
weird.
We have never had
Um,
this many technical
dude,
difficulties trying to
we have
record.
a problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
that what is happening?
Um.
Oh
So real quick,
my
just so you heard what I said, I was saying it's refreshing to have
Yeah,
like
I lost all of it.
accountability in the locker room, and also like knowing how to move forward without like letting the loss kind of like sit for too long, like no matter who the loss
Yeah,
is to, which
like
I just
Fester.
think it's really interesting. And I
I agree.
would love to see them do well this
Yeah,
season. Um, and like defy, I love an underdog story, so that'd be fun.
that's what I'm saying. Defy the odds. I feel like we don't get enough of them now,
Yeah, no.
but fingers crossed. We'll keep it. So we love that.
If you want to talk about the West,
Guys, I'm scared for my life. So the absolute biggest thing that happened since we last spoke, um, the eldest Hughes brother is no longer a Vancouver Canuck. He is now. I also can't stand like this is a problem I have with teams that are like a singular. Like I do the same thing with the Avs. Like you can't like they are an avalanche. Anyway, Quinn is now part of the Minnesota Wild. That's what I'm saying. It sounds weird to be like you are a Wild.
yeah.
Like that. What is that? Anyway, um, so yeah, Friday night. You should have saw me at work. Literally feeling like a chicken with her head cut off because I was the only one there, and I was like running around doing all this stuff. But as we speak, he is literally playing in his debut. Um, I am scared because I guess well, yes, the allegiance with the Avs, but the Central, as we always say, is a literal bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever your first round matchup is literally could be a Stanley Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
And as Ken just said, the best team in the East, the top three teams in the entire league goes Avs, Stars, Wild.
Yep.
So, it's a little first off, I think not shocking. We all kind of knew. I think I knew it was coming, or we knew it was coming
Knew he was gonna
in
get
some
traded.
degree,
That was
but
definitely
not yes, but like Minnesota came out of literally nowhere. They weren't mentioned in any of the teams that were like looking or offering packages or whatever.
like we
And then all of a
knew
sudden,
the Rangers,
yeah.
the Devils, and Detroit were looking, I think is
And
kind
then
of like what
Flyers
was
and
known.
Caps. Yeah, Flyers and Caps kind of came in there. But like Minnesota was not ever mentioned. They were never there.
Well, also because it makes
Um,
the most sense to send him to the East.
yes. Um, but yeah, so I ca- I just can't like playoffs is gonna be so I don't even know.
I
Like it
do
was
love
bad last
everyone.
year.
I love everyone in Minnesota being like, just happy I don't have to play against him anymore. That man
I
sucks.
know, and they're like, yeah. I do feel like and I don't think we talk about it enough with Minnesota. I think like where I'm very much aware of it, but I don't know if everybody else is aware of it. But like Quinn going there very much solidifies the fact that their cup window is very much open.
Yeah.
The only thing holding them back is the fact that they play in the Central,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to go through the Stars and Avs to go anywhere. Um, which is their only like downfall of it. But like they are
We're
100% a contender.
we're gonna get to see Quinn and Kale face off even more though now.
Yes.
Also,
Which is like,
Quinn
go ahead.
and Kirill on the same team is like
Capri Sun. Yeah, also wild. Like when
that's
you think about who they
scary.
have, like with Boldy and Faber, I'm like, I feel like there's people they're slept on
They are.
a
I
little.
think I
But
think
I
it's
also
also
feel like
really
forgot
difficult
again.
because their goaltending has been kind of questionable. And
True. But
so,
now they got pretty good so far this year.
yeah. Well, I
But
mean, we'll see how it
yeah.
goes. I think it would be really interesting to see. But I know that everyone's like,
Oh
and
yes.
you said this too, like he got Marchanded, but like
Not in
I
the same
argue
way,
it's
but a
not as
similar.
bad because it's not a division rival
Yeah.
that your entire fan base hates.
I also like
And also you got a pretty
I
decent return for him. Like
true.
Zeev
Martian
got
was
two
what, like a
points.
what was Martian? Like a fourth round pick?
Yeah, something. It was like a
Something like
conditional
that?
pick.
But it wasn't very high.
No, it
It was
wasn't.
like a random
It might
like,
have been
here you go.
second round.
Something like that.
But it was like
But
not
yeah,
something you should get for your fucking captain who's been with your team
who's played there for
forever.
like what? His whole literally for like over 10 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's wild. I do think so like the other half of this is obviously blah. Quinn's contract based on like where he is, he will be eligible to sign an extension on July 1st.
Yeah.
If he doesn't sign, which is also the thing we've gone through like this summer with McDavid and everybody, you have any time you can sign that extension at any time post July 1st. If it is not signed, he still becomes a UFA at the end of next season and or is traded before the trade deadline.
But
But
that was what people like Vancouver obviously was trying to get something done with him and just couldn't meet on
yeah,
whatever. I think it was money primarily is what the issue was. Um, which doesn't shock me. And
yes.
then so if you are a Quinn Hughes to the Devils truther, not all hope is lost. He could still get
No.
trade because I also was saying to you, Bree, that I think the Devils have more to offer Minnesota because I
Yeah.
think that some of the Devils players could be really good depth pieces for Minnesota.
Mm,
Whereas Vancouver, not looking at a contending spot right now, doesn't really
at
need
all.
anything that the Devils have, if that makes sense, because
Yeah.
they're not going to get their stars.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
so I think that, and also the Devils need to free up cap space. And so if that
A whole lot.
happens, we could maybe be seeing a trade to the Devils next season.
Yeah.
But
It's not but like as I'm like there's it's not ruled out, but it's also not ruled out that he stays there and or goes somewhere else. Like
yeah,
which is also just insane to think about, but also I don't know how like I very much get in my head is I do this a lot with players where like they get traded and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't like I don't connect you to that team
yeah.
because I'm like so used to you being on that team." And I was watching
Well,
like
especially when it's a captain.
yeah, and I was watching the game before and I was like, "This is the weirdest like I feel like I'm having an out of body like alternate reality. Why what is going on?" But yeah, he's currently in Minnesota, which is a little terrifying, a little more terrifying for everybody in the West, but we'll
I
see
also
how that
think it was
goes.
so like not
Sudden.
freaky, but it was just odd timing that like he was in Jersey. He was
Oh yeah.
probably with Jack and Luke,
Did you see
despite,
Luke when he was like, "No, he wasn't with me," and then starts laughing?
but then it was funny because it came out that he was like
Dude.
spending time with his family.
Yeah,
And I was like, Luke.
I know. And then he was like, ha, he's the way he immediately started laughing. I was like, "You cannot lie. You
No.
are the worst liar I've ever seen in my life."
So I feel like that would suck. Like I know that like Jack and Luke, obviously they all have the same agent, so I don't really know how much gets shared between them of like what's
Yeah.
going on with their contracts. But I'm sure that they had some kind of idea that Jersey wasn't going to get done.
Yeah.
Um, I just like I feel like that would suck being like we're all together, we're gonna play each other on Sunday, and obviously the Hughes Bowl is like a big thing.
Yeah.
And now we don't get a Hughes Bowl on the East Coast because Minnesota
Loophole.
already came here.
Yeah.
So, but it will
But
be if you want to go to Minnesota, it's in January when the Devils
it
head
is.
over to the
But
state of hockey.
yeah, overall, I do think it'll be there's like a whole lot of conversations to have with this, and like if you open Twitter, you can go have them because it is a time. Um, but I do think it'll be good for Quinn as a player, just because like
He won't
he
have
will
to
not
break
be
his
carrying the
back.
whole
Yeah.
team. Yeah,
He can
like
fix
he
his
will have
posture.
a yes, like he will the team there are pieces there that play very well and that are like on the level of if you want to say elitism, is that the right word? Like you have a Kaprizov, you have Faber who's a young upcoming D, and like you have that pairing, and there's players who will do their part more than they were in Vancouver, where
Hmm.
he was like genuinely driving the entire team all the time.
Yeah.
So for like the state of his mental health and well being, I think he'll be way better off. Just to kind of like literally fit like be a piece of the team, not the whole team. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
No, yeah, it,
Um,
it does.
because that was like I think that kind of is a bit of a downfall, especially like in Vancouver, but and that team is a whole other conversation because I don't know what the heck they have going on ever.
We
But yeah,
realistically probably won't talk about them for the rest of the season
no,
because they're just
no,
not gonna have anything of note to say.
nope,
Um,
ever. But
on the other
oh, and then
side,
yeah, not me realizing both things that happened on the same day were both like West things, and I was like, yeah, we're done.
well,
We're
this was
not.
a cross conference, but the Edmonton Oilers
True.
are finally looking to fix their goaltending problems. Even though
Everybody
they've
cheer.
said
Insert cheers and clapping because we never saw this day coming, but they did it
they
finally.
they did say the
Kind of.
goaltenders were going to have until Christmas, and obviously they did not. But Tristan
Jarring. Mhm.
Jari
Jarring.
is now an Oiler,
Yep.
and oh my
Stuart
God, Stuart
Skinner.
Skinner. My brain was
Now
going,
Penguin.
my brain was going, Kinner? Who the hell is Kinner? Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, like, you were
yeah,
one letter away, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it was like a goaltender swap with two players involved and a pick.
yeah,
But basically, Jari is now in Edmonton. Stewart, or yeah, let's now I'm like that was his last name. Skinner is now in Pittsburgh.
yeah,
Which I think is more interesting on the Pittsburgh side of things than
yeah.
anything. Because like you have Sheloffs and he's decent, and then they have like the rookie who's in the AHL, but it's not a whole lot of stable goaltending to like go on, and you're actually
But
having a decent enough season.
but maybe Skinner will be better with a new goalie coach and
Yeah,
a new environment, and
and like a little better defense, maybe. I don't really know, but we'll see. It could be. It has potential to work out for both teams,
yeah.
if that's any consolation. But
I do back to the Quinn trade real quick, just because I thought of something. I do want to see if this helps the Devils because I feel like there was a lot of chit chat about
in the room,
how everyone in the room was nervous that they were going to get shipped off to make
yeah,
room for this new defensive player. So then people who were like confident that they were staying were like, why are we going to rip apart the team for this one person?
mm-hmm.
People who were worried about getting trading were obviously worried. So I wonder, like, obviously they lost today, but I wonder if,
Like the lighter feel.
yeah, I wonder if, because
Yeah.
someone was like, there has to be like a locker room cancer. And I was like, but there's nothing different about the locker room.
No,
Like,
it's but I can't imagine like you go show up to work every day and like you're just on like the verge of you're scared of being fired
yeah. So
because like
I
you have
get
no
that.
idea if it's gonna happen or not. So like I imagine that shifts the whole dynamic knowing that you all like have the stability for a certain amount of time, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
that is a good point. We'll see.
we'll see. Um, on the women's hockey side of oh wait sorry we also got another piece of really big news on Friday. Brianna, drum roll please.
Da, da, da. That's really loud, but I was like, what are you gonna say? My brain is gonna blank. I have so much going on in
Heated
my head.
rivalry is confirmed for season 2,
Oh, yeah.
guys.
See, I already forgot that happened because the highs and lows I've gone through this week, you guys. I
The
am
epic
not having
highs
a
and
time.
lows of. Heated
That
rivalry.
was how I started the day, and then I ended the day with Quinn getting traded, and I was like, now what? It's fine.
Now what?
Whoa, yeah, now what? That is true. That is true. Which I'm very excited about, but
Yeah. Um,
I literally can't believe I was like, what happened Friday that I forgot about? That is a shame that I forgot about it
it was my birthday,
for
Brianna.
a,
Damn, you
for a
forgot. You
temporary.
forgot
No,
about that.
I would never forget that.
I know.
I'm not that far. I'm not that far gone, and the things getting mixed up in my head.
Okay.
Like
It's I don't know what day it is anymore. So we've talked about
that's what
this.
I mean.
My brain's
Like
gone.
you said Friday, and I was like, what?
What? What is a
What happened
Friday?
on that day?
Um, on the women's side of things, they took a break for the third and fourth game of the rivalry series, and the
hmm
U.S. women's hockey team, which my brain meant to say Team USA, and again, is not working. Um,
Team USA.
did sweep for the first time ever,
hmm Yeah, for either team, and they
and
outscored Canada like 20.
insane.
What are you saying?
Just
Why
it
are you
was
shaking your head?
it was a
Oh,
lot.
I can't remember if it was 23. I think it was 24-7 over 4 games.
Yeah.
Which is
And so they obviously won the rivalry
very,
series for
very,
the first time since
yeah.
2019. But
But also I think it sets up like this was very much an evaluation period for or a tournament, whatever you want to call it, for the players who will make the Olympic rosters. And there's like not so much in the US side, but there's a whole lot to contemplate for
well, so this
Canada.
is this is my question is if you're Team Canada and you're like upper management or coaching,
hmm
how concerned are you?
I feel like you have to have some kind of level of concern because like I know these don't count for anything, but like every player that the US brought was a team like all 25 of the women that won gold at Worlds this year came to the series. So like they're gonna I don't want to say keep running it back with the additions of whoever they're gonna bring. But like to be swept in 4 games and not and like to be outscored that bad, you have to I think you have to be worried. Cuz like there's no way that the unless again, you do have part of the PWHL season from now until February, so like injuries could happen and whatever might happen, but
Yeah.
like this I don't think is a fluke. You know what I mean?
No.
Like you have
And
to take it seriously that it's
I think we were
this
saying
lopsided.
that with women's worlds too, where it was like Canada doesn't look like they look shaky, but like maybe
Yeah.
not cause for concern yet. Getting swept in such tremendous fashion
Yeah.
feel like it's not like every single game was close and they all went to overtime and Canada
No,
put up
it
a
was
fight. It was like I, and I don't know what the
the
solution
one game was
is.
like literally 10-4.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's come up a lot, which I guess would make a lot of sense, is that the US has like embraced their youth. Like they have a lot of college women who come with them and
Yes.
they have a lot of like the players that are in the PW that are younger. Where as you look at Canada's roster and it's like 99% veterans that are going to make Team Canada and like three young women who they think are going to like have a chance to make the team but aren't like solid locks.
But so then
So
that's
I
my
think they're
question is, and I
who
understand that this is a
who
business decision, like,
yeah.
but at the same time, I couldn't look those women in the face and be like, I know that this is going to be your last Olympics, but you're not going.
Yeah. No, I don't think that, but I think like Pooh's going to go. Stacey's going to go. But like
I
I
know, but
think like
something's gotta give with that.
I know I
Like,
think
I
it's
don't know, and I don't want to
I
play
don't
like
know who I'm trying to
armchair
think of, like
GM because I don't.
no, but I think, like, you have to at least kind of balance it out a little bit where, like, the US has figured it out where, like, you have Carpenter and Knight, but, like, I don't think you can look at that team and be like, "Okay, here are your group of veterans and here are your group of young players," where I think Canada is too I don't wanna say heavy, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Lopsided, maybe?
Okay.
Um, but I don't know, that's the thing is, like, they give so many of them a trial in this series, and then it's like you can only bring 23 or 25. to the actual Olympics. So I wouldn't want to have that conversation, but like you're gonna like if your main if your goal is to win gold, you have to figure out who is gonna do that
Just
for
because
you in the best possible way.
if you know women's hockey, just ready. Canada is
Oh yeah, the
Stacey,
names.
Fillier, Jenner, Spooner, Clark, Malte, Poulin, Turnbull, O'Neill, Gosling, Serdachny, Gardner, Watts, Jakes, Larocque, Fast, Shelton, Ambrose, Thompson, Gosling, and then their goaltenders are Dabian, Mashmeyer, and Osborne. Who do you take off of that
I
team?
know.
So
It's
then,
wild. And the fact that they haven't figured like if that's your group and you're gonna mix it up, like something then has to change coaching wise or whatever it is
like, that's the only thing I can
to get them
guess
on
is
track.
I know, okay, I said this the first season with the Sirens is that they had a team full of really strong players, even
They
though
didn't
they didn't
mesh.
have that like superstar player, even though I
Yeah.
would argue that they did, but like they had a really, really strong team on paper and it just didn't work
Mhm.
out the way that they wanted it to. And
Wait, hold on, pause. Also, I know she's hurt right now, but Sarah Nurse is also that like she'll be an option for the Olympics. She
yeah,
didn't play this one because she's injured, but there's a bunch of players too that like they've switched in and out. But I we can't like forget her because she's obviously one that I feel like will
yes.
go. But yeah, anyway, sorry.
So like the Sirens had a really good roster on paper and it didn't look like it gelled very well the first season and second season it looked
Yeah,
like it gelled better, but obviously still wasn't working. Um and with Canada, you I just named people that if you are a fan of women's hockey, you know those names. Um
yeah,
and they are some of the top players in the P-Dub and top players in every single league they've played in and there's no question that they can skate, they can play. Are they no longer able to play together? Is it a coaching issue? Is it a management
yeah.
issue? It did something happen with some of the player? Like I know that we talk about heated rivalry and we joke about player like a lot of them do date each other. So like did something
They
happen that we
do.
don't know? And I hate that my brain goes there, but I'm like
No, but like
room
it's a
full of
valid.
lesbians. Like
Yeah. Also, like I think too, I don't wanna say like they fall into very much lines where it's like you know who's playing with who.
yeah.
And I think Canada's gotten a little scared of literally just changing their lines up to see what works because like they're like, "Oh, that worked before, so we're just gonna keep running it because it's good." But like
Yeah.
they never actually try and manipulate the lines to be like, "This might actually be a better possibility." So maybe that's what they do. I don't really know. I don't have the answer. Um, but I do think it's actually crazy that like this I that's why I'm like a lot of people are like, "You can't even really call it a rivalry this time," because if it was, it would be a little closer and you'd have like that tension of it. And this time it was just literally all Team USA from the start. But it was very entertaining. I'm so like not I guess if you were Canada, but
Poulin has once again, Poulin has her own little rivalry going on in her head where she
yes,
likes to deck someone. Um
every game.
so
I think she just picks somebody and is like, "You're the target today. I don't care if you're nice and didn't do anything to me.
it's
You're the one I'm
possible.
getting."
I just, if I was working with Team Canada, I'd be like, hey,
I
hey,
was gonna say the TikTok on.
what are, what are
No,
we
that's so real
doing?
because like also like we always say it, but in women's hockey, the final is always USA Canada, like almost on any international level. So
Yeah,
like if we don't I don't know the last time we got a women's hockey like international game that like a final, like
I
gold
don't,
medal game that wasn't Canada US. So
but
like if that were to happen, that would be
that would be
mind
insane.
blowing. So
Heartbreaking, but
yeah,
insane.
that'd be very crazy. Just a thought. But
Yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah. Bree, we actually talked about hockey this week. Aren't you
I
so
know.
proud of
Well,
us?
like when they actually do things,
Crazy.
they make it so much easier for me to actually be like, wow,
Yeah.
look what you guys do. Yeah,
Um,
I love that.
with that said, are you reading anything new?
I started Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, which is
Yay!
a very short, well, it's like
Yeah,
250 pages, but it's like
it's
a
a
Christmas
short.
book. I have not read a Tessa Bailey book in like 3 years, so I'm like getting used to how she writes because I like forgot how that worked. And I just got my copy of The Long Game in the mail, so I will be reading that, which I am absolutely unprepared for based
Did
on what
did
I've seen.
did my copies come
Yeah, they're
too?
in the same
Yay,
box.
amazing. Are
They're
you
there.
still We'll talk about this off the pod, actually, never
Okay.
mind.
So that's my next read. Or somewhere in there, but
I
those
gave
that's
Window
yeah.
Shopping 4 stars. I read it last Christmas.
Okay, that's pretty good. I know I feel like you're hit or miss on Tessa Bailey books.
I am, but
Okay, that's good. If it's 4 stars though, I'll take it. I've only read like three of hers, and that's it. But
um I am currently listening to The Christmas Murder Game by Alexandra Benedict.
is this the one that
Um
you texted me about?
Yeah. So if anyone else gets duped by this, I just want to give you a warning that
This is the heads up.
at least for me on Apple Books, it was listed as a cozy murder mystery, which in my head means that the events that they are investigating happen before the book,
Which is
um,
usually how that works.
not during the book, and there's typically no violence during the book. And I'm just gonna let you know that there is in fact violence during the book. Um, I'm about halfway
S-
through. So
Is it decent minus that or no?
yeah, and also I don't mind it. I wasn't listening. I wasn't like I have to have a cozy murder mystery, but I'm just letting someone know like if they're looking to avoid like
It's not
other
cozy.
violent crimes happening, like they do happen during the book.
That is the absolute opposite, like farthest you can get from
Yeah.
cozy as a
Um,
vibe.
I am I have 4 hours left,
Okay,
and I
not
don't
bad.
remember how long it is.
I got the chills.
Hello, can I see how long the book is, please?
Hello.
View in store. Also, it's a British narrator, so I keep talking in a British accent.
Ooh. See,
It's okay, it's a
I love
nine
all
hour
the
book, so
I love all the concepts of this, but like the actual murder happening in the book, I don't like that.
well,
Like
there
the British narrator and like the cozy vibe and it being Christmas. I'm like, yes, I'm yep.
no, there's another.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
need
know.
that to happen. Like,
I
just
don't know.
investigate the one.
Yeah.
I don't need
Um,
multiple.
I think it just I was like I feel
But
like this should be again maybe Apple just miscategorized it. I don't know, but or maybe I misread something, but I'm pretty
could
sure it
be.
said cozy mystery. Fine.
It's okay.
Um, but so far it's good. I actually I'm actively trying not to figure it out this time. And every time
Okay.
my brain starts being like, okay, well, I think it's that part. I'm like, stop. Just enjoy
No.
the fucking book for
Stop
once.
using your brain.
Because like I do really try to figure them out most of the time, but I think with this one, I'm just like trying to kind of like let it
Enjoying the ride.
simmer. Yeah. We'll see.
I love that for you.
We'll see how much further I get into it before I'm like, stop looking at her. It's not her.
I
So,
was gonna say until you realize who it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I fear that I think it's gonna be really clear in about like a chapter or two, like what happened.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm trying to like just kind of like let the realization dawn on me when
Like
it's
let it
supposed to.
happen.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
I am
sense.
also very excited though, because if anyone is into like mysteries and stuff, like I am I'm not calling it a Knives Out mystery. Fuck that. The new Benoit Blanc mystery
Oh yeah, I saw someone
came
talk about this
out
the other day. I haven't
on
even watched Knives
Friday.
Out. I feel like you'd hate me for that.
I don't hate you for that. I didn't watch Knives
Everything's
Out
happening on
until
Friday.
very recent, like a year or two ago.
Really?
But so I'm very excited um for the new one.
Ooh,
So
love
also
that.
Josh
Did you
O'Connor.
read, this is a very separate conversation, not kind of, but did you read The Housemaid by
I did.
Frida McFadden?
I
Okay.
did.
I know it's becoming, I keep seeing commercials for it because being, or it has been adapted, and like the trailer gives me nothing, and I think I've meant to read it, but I feel like it would totally throw me for a loop, if
I
that makes sense. Hold on.
said
Morty's demanding to leave.
Marty, meanie pants. You want to leave me?
I know. He got sick of me yapping.
I gave so just so you know, I don't read Frida McFadden books. I only
Yes, I
listen to
know.
them because I
I
read
that's
one of
also like,
them and decided it was way too simple to figure out when like actually reading it
ooh,
for some reason.
okay.
My I gave it 3 stars and I
Ooh.
said 'twas predictable, I fear.
See, that's what I feel like everybody says. But I feel like I might just read it because I usually try and read whatever it is before
Before
like
you
the
see it.
adaptation comes out. And I lived up by that rule my whole life, but
I'm also like I really don't want to see it because Sydney Sweeney, but
I
I
know.
also really want to see it
But
because
Amanda,
Amanda,
yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say, I was like, "Ah," but it's okay. I was just
Um,
curious if you'd read it because I know, were you the one that had read another one by her and you're like,
yes.
it's so glaringly obvious in like chapter one, and I was like, okay, never mind. Like,
I think that her books are fine. Um, they're not bad.
but they're
They're
not
just
like
not
amazing.
mind-blowingly amazing mysteries, in my opinion, which I guess they're not
That's a valid
technically mysteries. They're
opinion.
more thrillers. So maybe that's my fault for
Yeah, I guess,
miscategorizing.
but they kind of go hand in hand most of the time.
Yes. Um,
So
I also feel like when you're trying to make it this really glaring, like I think that my issue with Housemaid 2 is that I figured out what was going on pretty early in the book, and they
you
try
had
to
to like
make
stick it
it
out
seem like this really big reveal when you find out what's going on.
when you know it already.
And it just felt so like pathetic that I was like, yeah. And also, if you
Okay.
are ever reading a mystery and you live and listen to this podcast and you're like, Mackenzie's so pretentious, I just like I have really good pattern recognition skills. And so I just guess mysteries really early on. Especially if
Yeah,
there's like a
there's
twist
nothing
within
wrong
a
with that.
twist, my brain's like, well, duh.
I saw that one coming.
Um, so like that's not meant to make anyone feel bad if whatever.
No.
So
90% of the time, I kind of get it and stuff like that. I kind of see it coming, or I like don't register it until like two chapters before it actually happens. And then
I
I'm
think
like,
the
haha, I was right, even
I
though
think the
like I knew it
funniest
was,
thing
oh
is when I
God.
text you a book that you've already read and I say something about like something that's gonna happen later in the book and you're like, you figured it out then?
No, literally. Or I'm like, no, I won't. What was the one that you read recently? And I was like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I don't want to reveal it. What the heck? There was one not too long ago, and you were like, kept texting me about it, and I was like, I will
I
not
think it was one
say
of the Windy
anything about
City
it.
series books
Maybe.
because
No, but you read that one before me, didn't you? You
no,
definitely read.
it
Really?
was a different, it wasn't, no, because I read everything but Rewind It Back, I read after
Oh, you're
you.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Sorry. Okay. It might have been that because I also like once you say something to me, I would just like start like word vomiting about the book, and I was like, no, I won't say anything because I don't want to ruin it for you,
Yeah.
so like you can have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but there was one that you were like figured out, and I was like, what? How'd you know?
yeah.
But I love that about you, so it's fine. I
Good.
wish
I'm
my brain
glad.
worked that way. I had to sit there and be like, what's going on? Until it's basically happening.
Love that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. That's all.
It's everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Look at us.
We
A
talked about hockey
coherent,
and books. We kept
a
to the
coherent
plot, guys.
episode. Look at it.
Oy,
Oh
oy,
my god, guys,
oy.
please be proud.
Yeah, you should.
Our
Everyone,
brains have been mush for like a month.
applaud. Give us a little yay. Okay.
Yay.
Mhm. I'm gonna go back to decorating my tiny little tree that I put in my room.
As you
And
should. I love it.
we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye.